Let's go live now to Bellingham, where it's an absolutely gorgeous day. A little warm, but still a beautiful day nonetheless. Adam Claiborne is here to tell us that this heat is not sticking around.
It's not sticking around. Last time it was, what, 5-6 straight days of this heat. This time 2 to 3, and we are expecting to gradually start to cool down again tomorrow, with more of a cool down to come by Wednesday. Now, one big reason because of that will be additional onshore flow, and this area of low pressure that you see a little farther south, just off of the Northern California coast, that's going to be drifting northward, and eventually not only just introducing some cooler air back into the area, but also going to bring in some rain chances too that we'll talk about here shortly. SeaTac Airport, skies looking a bit hazy. Some of those clouds trying to arrive now across the area, and looking live again at Bellingham. Beautiful blue skies, just a little warm out there. Still under that heat advisory until 9 p.m. tonight. Now that does not include us in Bellingham. We are not under that advisory, but everywhere else, that's where you can see those highs in the upper 80s to low, possibly mid 90s here later this afternoon. We're at 88 right now in Seattle. West winds coming in at 9 miles per hour. 89 so far for a temperature in Bremerton. Lower 90s in Shelton. Olympia at 91. And then at 91 also in Puyallup. Renton sitting at 90 degrees. And then you go off towards the north, and that's where we have some cooler numbers. But I wanted to draw your attention to what's happening out here along the coast. Additional onshore flow. We have cooled down. Temperatures right now sitting in the 60s and 70s. That's down by about 18 to 20 degrees from where we were at this point yesterday. Now here's a look at the satellite and radar picture. Yes, some of those clouds coming up from that area of low pressure that's farther to the south. That is going to continue to be the case here as we go into the night. Might even kick off a few showers, possibly even a storm or two up across the Cascades as we head into the day tomorrow. But most of the action as far as rain, especially for us around Puget Sound and over the Olympic Peninsula, will hold off until we head into Wednesday. So here we are this evening, 7 o'clock. You can see skies fairly clear, just a few clouds around. Then we go deeper into the night. This is 11 o'clock, and we start to see that onshore flow helping to reintroduce that marine layer, which is going to help to bring in some substantial cloud coverage as we head into tomorrow, as well as some of those clouds coming in from the south with that system. That will help to generate up here across the mountains some areas of showers, possibly a few storms to go along with that. Here we are at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, and you can see some of those around. And then we'll get some clearer skies by the mid to latter part of the afternoon. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m., we start to see some of that reintroduced here across the region, and then really by late tomorrow night and into the day for Wednesday, we have those showers and storms starting to come on in. Now, the earlier half of the day probably will be your best chance to see some of these showers, maybe even a few storms coming on through. We are going to keep a lot of this, it looks like, from about Central Sound and South Sound westward. Now, this could pivot and shift maybe a little farther to the east, so it's not an exact depiction of what's going to happen, but it is the timing of, yes, we are expected to see the best chances during the earlier half of Wednesday. By Wednesday afternoon, most of that starting to drift northward and get on out of here. We'll start to see things dry out to a certain degree by the latter part of Wednesday afternoon. A lot of cloud coverage too here around throughout the day. We'll keep temperatures cooler than where they have been, not only just from what we saw today, but what we're going to see tomorrow. Now, rain amounts through about that time, 9 p.m. on Wednesday. We could see anywhere between less than 1/10 of an inch around parts of Central and South Sound, and then you go farther to the west where we have that core and that larger area of showers that are going to move through. That could bring anywhere between 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch to maybe 1 inch of rain. So it could be a good rain producer for some, while others who do miss out on it will see just a few showers kind of here and there. Now, lows tonight drop down between the upper 50s and low 60s with the cool air beginning to arrive. Highs tomorrow, beginning to cool down. 82 in Bellingham, 69 only in Oak Harbor. We'll see highs around those low to mid 80s, a few upper 70s in Linwood. Then we'll see highs across South Sound between the low to mid 80s. So still a pretty warm day, but not going to be quite as hot. And then Wednesday's high only at 73. We head into Friday, 83 degrees, and see those numbers stay around the upper 70s into the weekend.